Joining us tonight in Emerges, hello Jane and Maisy Taylor. How's it going today?
Good. Hello. Thanks for having
Hello.
us.
Thanks for joining us. First things first, who are your most prominent influences?
This is a tough question. My most prominent ones probably is Missy Higgins because that's who I grew up listening to.
Okay.
And then it stems on to like Paul Kelly and Carole King and a lot of older style music.
The classics.
The classics. I still
Nice.
love them all the time.
Very respectable answer.
Thank you. It's very true. I feel very uncool, but
That's all right.
Was there like a particular point in each of their careers which really had you at your highest belief in them?
Missy Higgins was just, I think it was the first CD I ever bought, and it was the first songs I ever learnt to play on the guitar. So that was always just super special. I just loved her whole career. And then I only really discovered Paul Kelly and Carole King mainly when I was studying my degree, when you had to analyze songs and songwriting techniques and stuff like that. So not specifically, but Missy Higgins, yeah, I was just obsessed with her.
That's really good that you can go and you can study a song and then not hate it afterwards. After
Yeah.
you've been putting your heart and soul into it.
How did you find actually analysing songs? Because I remember back in senior art, I didn't enjoy analysing artworks, but
Yeah.
it's quite different.
Yeah. There's so many. I just analyzed the songs that I really loved and really respected.
Yeah.
And for me, I was learning all these different elements of this song that I'd never looked at before. So maybe when I was studying it, it did ruin songs for me because you were listening to it and you're like, oh, I know what you're doing. I'm irritated by it.
true.
The magic's gone.
Yeah.
Ah,
But
true.
after that, now I can really enjoy it. Yeah.
Fair. And what about you?
I feel like more modern influences for me are people like Maggie Rogers and Lord, who kind of mix that. They're quite electronic, but they're still songwriters at heart, so that's pretty cool. And then more sort of growing up, people like Feist and Missy and Kate Miller-Heidke as well, songwriters and singers at the same time.
Is this most of Feist's music or?
More her old stuff, like
Yeah.
The Reminder is one of my go-tos.
That's a great record,
Yeah.
I haven't listened to them in a while.
Yeah.
Are they still together?
She's still touring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I saw her a couple of years ago
Mm.
at the Triffid or the Tivoli.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember, but she was amazing.
Mm,
She was really, really incredible. Yeah.
nice. With a band or solo?
Yeah, band. She played a lot of
Jeez.
electric guitar. She can shred,
Mm.
Yeah.
which I was very shocked with and impressed with at the same time. She was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
And recently you both released your debut singles, Everything's Alright and Things I Can't See. What can you tell us about the tracks?
My track is very upbeat and pretty fun. It's a song about celebrating the people that are by your side and trying to not take life too seriously.
Mm.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, my song, it's quite like a warm, summery kind of track. Feels like a good time to put it out, like this very hot Brisbane
Yeah.
summer.
It's
it's
not
about-
nice at the minute.
Yeah,
No.
we're romanticizing it a bit.
Yeah.
I guess like Maddie and I were talking, like as you're a musician, you kind of always have that little voice that kind of doubts you and wants to pull you onto a more maybe traditional career path or something like that. But this song's kind of that part of yourself that pushes you
Mm.
against maybe reason.
And what made you pick these tracks as the debut singles? Did you pick them from a bunch of songs or did you kind of always know?
I had a lot of songs, but I wanted to do something. This was one of the newer tracks I'd written.
Okay.
So that was a bit of an influence on my decision. And I don't know, I just feel like it has quite like a broad appeal in a way. Like it's not saying this is like what the meaning of the song is. I feel like it's got a fair bit of interpretation around it.
Fair.
For me, I have 3 songs that I finished in this project.
Okay.
And this is probably the happiest of the 3. And it just, for me, can get really intense and really, I'm very a perfectionist, and this song personally reminds myself to just chill out and take things as they come. And I just thought it was a really good introduction to the world. And I thought that maybe people might listen to it. It might make their days a little brighter, or they might be annoyed by it. I don't know. Either way, hopefully there's a reaction.
How was the actual recording process for these tracks?
For me, it was really long. It was not long because I started recording it 2 years ago for a final uni assessment. And then what happened was I recorded 5 songs and then finally finished it, mixed and mastered it myself, which was the most painful experience of my life. It was terrible. I thought, I'm going to record this and then release it, and I didn't. And then it took me 2 years, and I was like, I'm going to do it now. And so I finished it.
Wow.
These 3 songs, and now, this is the first one, and there's 2 more. So it was long. A lot of coaxing to be like, go, Maddie, just release your songs. Do it.
Mine was very the opposite. We did it in 2 sessions in January. So it was very like just get the job done. But
I'm
it was
jealous.
great. Yeah.
Jealous.
No time to think about it. Got a deadline. Yeah. And I recorded with my friend John Marsden, who I met at uni. And he's got his own music as well. And he really knows how to, he just sort of brought life to the song. Like I'm like, I want it to sound like this. And then he actually like realized that for me, which was really fun. Yeah.
When did you both find that point that really made you want to put your style out, especially surrounding a singer-songwriter who has been training for however long, especially if you've been working on a song for 2 years? What really was that moment that struck you the most to decide this is it, this is gonna go out now?
I graduated from my studies, and to be honest, during my whole studying time, it took me 4.5 years to finish a degree that was 2 years because I did it part-time. I didn't fail anything. I did well. Just letting, thank you. But I just thought, well, it's now or never really. You know, you got to get it out there. You got to take risk, and maybe people will like it. Maybe it won't be much chop, but that's just what you got to do. And that's where I started. I was like, well, here we go. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
For me, it was meeting Maddie and our other friend Erin and deciding to do this tour. And they were like, we're putting stuff out. And I was like, oh, I guess I will also do that. And without that, I would not have I think I needed a deadline to get this happening. Yeah, so that's been really good.
And we wrap back with some more of our interview with Hello Jane and Maisy Taylor. Coming up now, this is their debut tracks. This is Everything's Alright and then Things That I Can't See. You're listening to Emerge on 1197 AM, digital radio, and phoenixradio.com.au.
You say I stole your heart, but what if I was meant to play this part, and now something's tied up deep inside us, and I don't believe in things that I can't see.
And that was Maisy Taylor and Hello Jane with their debut singles. And now here's some more of our interview with them about their upcoming show at Studio 188.
What kind of things can we expect from your upcoming show at Studio 188 on the 28th with Miss Elm?
So it's my single launch, which I'm really excited about. It's going to have a full band, which is very exciting and terrifying at the same time.
How many members?
So we've got drums, bass, electric guitar, BVs, acoustic guitar, and lead vocals.
So it'll allow you to be able to put in your work as much, but also allow you to bring that flair in as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm playing acoustic guitar and singing. I would love the day to come where I don't have to play guitar. Maisy is the same. But there is something about playing your own song, like you kind of capture the essence in a weird way. So it's going to have a full band, and then we've got some awesome acoustic support acts. It should be a really special night. I haven't played at the venue before. I've been trying to play there for ages.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks really beautiful, and hopefully it'll be really special.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see the full band. Hello, Jane. And yeah, I'll just be opening up at 7.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we do some songs together. I feel like we've got a
Yeah,
pretty
there
good
is
set.
actually.
Yeah.
We have I forget that. We have some like collaborative songs that we do. So
We're jumping up.
Maisie will do her set, and then Miss Elm and I will get up and sing a couple of songs too, and then we'll have a break, and then Miss Elm will get up, and then my whole band will get up. So it's a bit of a it's a
keep
nice
you
collaborative
entertained.
show.
Yeah.
You won't get bored, I don't think.
That's awesome.
We hope.
Fingers crossed.
And just to go back to your debut singles just momentarily.
Yeah.
How long ago were they actually written?
That'd be
2
a while
years.
ago, yeah.
So it was finished 2 years ago. I actually rewrote this song 4 times because it's really bizarre because I wrote it and I didn't really know what it was about, and then I took it to one of my teachers and I knew it was kind of crappy to my songwriting in this song. I was like, oh, whatever, like it's fine. It's just going to be for this assessment. And then I took it to him and he was like, look, it's good. It's catchy, but I just don't think it's like your best songwriting. I'm like, oh, damn it. So then I took it away and I rewrote it in like an hour and then added like this little extra cute verse at the end because I thought he would be impressed by it. And I sent it and I was like, I'm done. And he's like, yes, it's awesome. Perfect. So yeah, it was rewritten a lot.
Reworked. Mine, I think, like September last year, probably when I wrote it. I haven't been writing that much, so it's one of the latest songs I've written. Been busy with all this recording business, touring. Yeah.
Has
the song changed much since initially writing it? Or?
We actually ended up writing a bridge in the recording process.
Oh, okay.
Because it was one of those songs that never quite feels finished as well. And I'd kind of chucked in one of those crappy, like, ooh kind of bridges where nothing really changes, but you stop singing words. And I was like, this is a bit of a cop-out, but I'm just going to go with it. And then John in the studio was like, because I couldn't find the right chord to go to. Like, I couldn't find the change that really worked. And then he started playing this section, and I was like, yep. And I figured out this melody, and I went home, and I was like, okay, just got to write a bridge. And I feel like that actually really made the song whole. Like, that kind of made everything make sense. It kind of was the spot where I got to explain the rest of the track. So that actually really, I kind of forgot that happened, but because now it just feels like such a big part of the song.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was actually really, great to kind of find that through the process as well.
Sweet.
I'm going to throw a bit of a curveball as a question. 'Cause we have two very different ways of recording a song. Going back retrospectively, would you have rather recorded the song quite like Maisy might have, or Maisy, would you have liked to record the song like Maddie has? And do you think that would have changed the song drastically in those respects?
For me, I recorded it with a live band in the studio. So it was with session musos. I had done a demo. So that was a really special experience for me because I had never been in a studio that was so beautiful or had really excellent players do that process with me. So I wouldn't change that song. And also it took a really long time for me to enjoy listening to this song and performing this song because I think it took me a really long time to believe the message or believe that it wasn't too cheesy or I don't know. I've had a really interesting relationship with this song. Yeah. So I wouldn't change it. But I am still really jealous that Maisy did it so quickly.
I would have liked a bit less of a tight deadline, I think. I mean, I think the song, I don't think we compromised on anything, but it was a lot of work and it was really lucky that John was able to like smash that out with me. But yeah, Christmas time, like around that time, it's not an ideal time to be making a single when you've already told people it's coming out on the 15th of February. So
wow.
Maybe a different time of year.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Those great answers. Bringing it now to Queensland, are there any Queensland musicians that are just your favourite at the moment?
My all-time favourites are ballpark music.
Of course.
I second that.
Yeah.
I do love them.
They're just iconic, hey? Lately, I've been loving Asha Jeffrey's new song. Nice. Well, I don't know if it's her new one. Bad Kisser. Yeah. And also Hatchie's stuff I'm really liking. And Thelma Plum's debut last year. Oh, yeah.
I really love Nicole McKinney. She's super local and a friend. Her 2 tracks that she's released. Hopefully she has another one coming out. And then my good friend Maddie Cooper, she just released her song, Plant Song.
Great song.
Great song. There's lots of people that I studied with as well that are releasing music soon too. So I'm really excited.
It's cool to
like
watch,
John Trivet. No, I can't think of any. That is so many. But there's so many exciting things happening.
And I'll be right back to the last part of our interview with Hello Jane and Maisy Taylor. Coming up now, this is one of I reckon. I hope you agree with this, Russell. But
Oh,
it's hands down one of the best performances I think we've recorded.
definitely. Vocal performances is just out of this planet, out of the
Mm.
world, and
Wonderful,
it was a
wonderful duet.
treasure to hear it twice
Oh
for
yeah.
the sound check and then for the recording, and they killed it in both respects.
Mm.
It just really makes you think about how much they're going to kill it when they get Studio 188.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, should you announce the track?
Can't wait. This is Home, performed by Hello Jane and Maisy Taylor.
Set my alarm for 5 to 8, so I can stay in bed a little longer. I try to ignore what's at my front door. My mind begins to wander out to the mountains, out to the sea. If I could remember how it felt to be out in the mountains, out in the sea, in the middle of somewhere, just one guarantee. Splash my face with water and pull up the sheets. I put on the kettle, good things take time. It's not steady, unready, not working for me. I'm overtired of falling out to the mountains, out to the sea. If I could remember how it felt to be out in the mountains, out in the sea, in the middle of somewhere, just one guarantee. If I've got a yes, then you've got a no. Is it mine for the taking? Well, let's take this home. Back to the mountains and back to the sea. I can remember how it felt to be out in the mountains, out in the sea, in the middle of somewhere, just one guarantee. In the middle of somewhere, just one guarantee.
And that was Maisie Taylor and Hello Jane, straight up just flexing on us all.
What a voice! Well, what voices?
What voices?
Oh my gosh!
Majestic.
Majestic, wonderful,
Oh,
lavish.
stunning.
I'm trying to think of more words, but
They're,
there's
they're all good.
They're
That's
all
the
great.
point.
and we have wonderful girls and just awesome answers in the interview too, which we have one more part of.
It's not quite over. We got one last part, and then we're. Geez, these 3 hours have gone by quite quick. I hope that's the same for you.
Yeah, I hope so
that's
too.
the same for you.
It's been
But
an awesome special, you know,
Yeah.
kind of unexpected special, but we should just do
I
3
mean,
hours
it's-
all the
look,
time.
Jeremy Neal's coming into guest host. Of course, it's going to be a special, and some wonderful newer musicians.
Yeah, 4
to
musicians
go
in
along
total.
with our veteran. But yeah, honestly, such a delight to have such a wide variety of gems. And here's some more. Speaking with Maisie Taylor and Hello Jane. What are we listening to, man?
You're listening to Emerge on 11:97 a.m. digital radio and phoenixradio.com.au.
If you guys had to name one artist or record that has made the biggest influence on you, either personally or musically, who would you pick and why?
Mine is like it's the moment I decided I would be a musician. We were living in America, and my dad would just put songs on my MP3 player. And there's this singer-songwriter, Tristan Prettyman. She's from San Diego, and it's her album. I think it's called 23, and it's just it was summer holidays, and there's 3 months of summer holidays over there, and I just had it on repeat, and I knew every song, and I think I still know. It's one of those like muscle memory albums where you still know every song. And then I walked into the kitchen and I was like, Dad, I'm gonna be a singer. I was like, yep, this is it. So I feel like that I have to give credit to, because that's kind of where it all started for me.
How old were you?
I think I was 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Fair enough.
Mine is kind of similar. I wasn't 9, but an artist, Eva Cassidy. I don't know if you guys know her, but she's an old gal. But she wasn't famous for her song. She was famous for her voice, and she only got famous kind of after she died. But her voice, there's something about it for me that was just like, it seemed like it was sent from somewhere else. I don't know. It was really, really special. And when I heard her, I think the way that her voice impacted me, it made me think, oh, maybe to be a singer would be something that would be really special to be able to share that with people. So I think that's when I was like, oh, this is an interesting thing. Yeah.
Got some new artists to check out. Thank
Yeah,
you.
some oldies.
Yeah.
Thank you for the recommendations. Going now into, I guess, other influences in another way. If you could score or soundtrack any film or TV show or game, if you like, what would you choose and why?
This is so hard.
This is so hard.
It's not an easy interview,
No.
but it's good
Really
answers.
cutting
Good
edge.
answers.
Until now.
I'm just going to choose a TV show that I really love, which is
Sure.
Friends. And I would just love to watch it over and over and over again. And I have probably many, many times. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind. doing
What
the
kind of
score for
soundtrack would it be? Pretty similar.
It
to
would be the intro thing.
Or is
you know
it
how
like
like
a
how
laugh
he plays
track?
the
You
bass
just do the
thing.
laughing.
I just moshed 2 shows in my head. I just moshed Seinfeld and Friends in my head. The base of that. Yeah.
That's right. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I did.
You
I was
could have
like,
gotten
there's
away
no
with
bass
it.
in Friends. It's just the clapping.
true.
I would just write another song with a clapping interval like that.
Awesome.
And bass, or
And the
there would be
Seinfeld
bass,
bass.
of course.
Yeah.
There's got to be bass or something's missing.
of course.
It's a
Yeah.
TV show remix.
The
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah, everything's all right. Friends version.
Oh, Friends version.
Yeah.
Have you guys do you watch Bob's Burgers?
I have seen a bit of Bob's
No,
Burgers.
not really.
Like the mum in Bob's Burgers is just like singing stupid songs all the time, like about everything she's doing. And I just
okay.
feel like that would be fun. I feel like everyone kind of just does that in their life, and then you get to hear them on TV. So I'd write the songs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Callan, I'd actually really like to hear your answer.
Yeah,
for
me
this
too.
one
Yeah,
too.
this is tough.
I'm not sure.
Oh, you can't
Yeah,
say
sounds
that.
a
You have
cop-out.
plenty
I
of time.
probably should have figured out an answer
Yeah.
before I started asking people that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What would you do?
I really love John Carpenter, and he does all the soundtrack for his movies as well. So watching The Thing again recently, just like really like slow paced bass lines which build a suspense and then bring with some crashing synths as well. It's just
That's what it
it's
would
so
sound like.
cool. And so I think, scoring a movie has always been a really big, like,
Yeah.
maybe future dream of
Yeah.
mine. But, when you can pick out a scene and look at it, especially how people are interacting, you can, like, really put a certain
You
sound
get to
to that.
decide. Yeah.
Or even Edgar Wright, he chooses particular songs, for, like Baby Driver. We'll
Mm.
give it a-
Scorsese.
Yes,
Scorsese
true.
as well. So even it's just like a background song, I feel so happy just
Yeah.
putting, like, I don't know, your favorite pump up track into
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing to get your
Yeah.
song and then watching something and be like, that's my song.
Ah.
What? That's my song.
I reckon I'd go with something funky, like something like The Nice Guys, or even Semi-Pro or Superbad, maybe.
Those are all like
Got
That would be cool.
incredible funk soundtracks.
I reckon reality TV, that's just a whole nother world, isn't it? You just get to
It is.
shape whatever's happening. It
So
just
suspenseful.
literally
You just
depends
have
on
to
the
play
music.
the same song over and over again. Like,
Yeah.
It's just repeated.
It's like a rising hi hat and then like
Yeah.
And the bow
strings.
symbol.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, we're inventing a new sound right
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it.
here. Can we expect some more singles released in the future, more shows, more merchandise? What will we
You're all worked up
I'm
over
so
your
sorry.
composition assignment.
Exactly. What else can we expect from you in the not too distant future?
Just go back to the way the question's written.
Yes.
Stick to the script.
Come on, man. Well, we are actually hoping to record a song together
Yeah.
that we wrote not a little while ago, like a month ago, because we only met each other like 3 months
few
ago. Yeah, so hoping to record a song together. I've got some other songs to release. I have a CD. I printed a CD. I know it's pretty uncool, but I love CDs. And
CDs are cool.
it has my face on it, and I was like, whoa, that was my goal for last year. I was a little late, but so I've got CDs to sell and my Studio 188 gig. What about you, Maisy?
Yeah, hopefully get some more. I haven't got anything recorded at the moment. I haven't got 3 tracks up my sleeve. I'm clearly not that
That's all
organized.
right. You only need 3 weeks. to
Yeah,
do it, it's
no. So
fine.
probably in the next 3 weeks. Yeah, but hopefully get some more out. Let's say like mid this year, maybe a little EP or something, and definitely more shows.
Yeah, we want to keep
We've got our
playing
eyes on
together.
the coast as well. Hopefully
Yeah.
get a bit further south next time.
Get a tan.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, yeah.
If you only had a few words to describe your debut single, which few words would you use?
Oh,
I would call mine "The End of a Hot Summer's Day."
Perfect.
Nice.
Yes. Thank you.
I would say, don't worry, 'cause everything's gonna be okay. It rhymed.
Don't worry.
With yours.
Love it.
Don't worry,
Thanks,
'cause
Bob
everything's
Marley.
gonna be okay.
No, I know.
No, not all right.
It's not going to be
Thank
alright.
you. Actually, maybe there's some copyright issues with my song and Bob Marley.
Whoops.
We won't tell them.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Secret
What, my
safe
2
with us.
cents from Spotify?
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Oh,
Thank you
it's
so
our
much for
pleasure.
having us.
Thanks.